Hello, this is Fabian Mroz. I also called Mr. Fabulous here in Germany as when I'm on stage. I'm the producer of the Queen Tribute album, and I say hello to all those listeners on Wolf Radio.
He is Fabian Mroz. I am Don Bown, and welcome to a very special tribute episode of What's My Name?
Now I'm feeling great, yeah. Living in the terror, I made my name, couldn't get any better. What's my name?
When talking about the greatest and most influential bands of all time, one may say the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. One would be remiss, however, if the band Queen was not included in that conversation. This year, Queen was the recipient of the 2025 Polar Music Prize of Sweden, celebrating the massive impact Queen has made in this crazy world of music. The accolades that Queen has received throughout their career are staggering. Grammys, AMAs, even recognition from monarchies, presidents, and prime ministers. The ultimate form of flattery to a band is when their songs are covered by other artists. Sometimes, though, these cover versions can be horrendous. On this episode, we celebrate a fantastic collection of songs that celebrate Queen's last album, Innuendo, produced by German musician and producer Fabian Mroz. Fabian assembled a group of musicians from all over Europe and even Australia to record songs from what may be Queen's best album, Innuendo. Personally, not being a fan of cover tunes, and especially not from one of my favorite bands, I am blown away by the work Fabian Mroz has put into this project. Every musician has really turned out some great performances, and on this episode we discuss every track on this tribute to Innuendo. So join me on this very special interview celebrating one of the greatest bands of all time and arguably the best frontman to have ever held a microphone, Freddie Mercury, with the extremely talented Fabian Mroz. And how do you pronounce your last name?
Mroz. It's a Slavian name, and I don't even know how to speak it correctly in German. So I say Mroz like my parents do, but I don't know if it's the correct pronunciation.
Gotcha. You're a German instrumentalist. I understand you play different stringed instruments.
Different instruments, and also I'm a singer. I have my own band where I play lead guitar and singing.
Oh, okay. What instruments besides guitar do you play?
I think bass guitar is my instrument where I have the most experience, and I started with piano and keyboard. So this is also an ability of mine, and I play percussions. Not so good at a full drum set, but cajon or djembe, this percussion stuff I also play. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand that you're also in a Johnny Cash tribute band. What other groups are you involved with?
I founded this band, and it is quite nice. It works quite good in the acoustic way. We don't play the Johnny Cash. What can I say? The full band instrumentation. We have an unplugged version. There are some recordings of the late Johnny Cash American recordings, and this is our way of playing it.
Okay.
And I am not the lead singer, but I play guitar in this project.
So how and when did you develop your production skills? How did that come about?
Oh, I started 20 years ago with the home recording with my laptop and my own song ideas. And through the years, I get more and more skills. I produced an LP almost every year with my own songs. And later I began to do some tribute shows, and it started with Queen. And this was my first connection to this band. Of course, I'm a big fan of the music, but I never thought that I would ever be involved in a project playing Queen music.
Right. So whose idea was it to come up with this tribute for Innuendo?
It was kind of my idea, jamming along with some friends from other bands, and we said, oh, we have so many different musical idols, and there are so many bands that are not that we don't like. So there was always this fight. You prefer AC/DC or you prefer Metallica, and when you say one of these, then you don't like the other one. And then we found out that Queen was one band that everyone loves, and this was the first decision that we said, okay, let's try. Every band has to choose one song and interpret it in her own way. And this was the first connection. This was the first idea with playing Queen music. So we don't want to be an exact cover band and copy it. This is what I find very, very nice concept.
You were talking about how you tried to emulate the music, but not exactly copy it.
Yeah, that's always my kind of way, because I'm not the technical guy. I'm not the one who wants to copy note by note of a song, but find a way to interpret the harmonies and the melodies, and find a new way with maybe other instruments. To replace an electric guitar by an acoustic guitar solo, for example, and or play a keyboard, let a keyboard play a line that in the original version guitar plays, and so on. And so we go through song by song and find out how it's the way we can play it, and we like it.
Right. So how did you get involved with Wolf on this project?
We have a friend of a friend of mine, Klaus Stracke, is a Berlin promoter, and he worked with Wolf for so many years. He promoted a band and managed the tours of some bands that Helmut Wolf have on his label. So I worked with Klaus for some other projects, and then when we talked about Queen, he told me, okay, let's try to work together with Wolf Entertainment, because he has some nice ideas. He is not a major label, but he is very, very closed with his artists, and I think so we find a good way to work together.
Nice. Well, I got to say before we start here that Freddie Mercury, to me, was the absolute best frontman ever. And a tribute to his last recording is actually quite emotional for me, because it actually took me several years after Freddie died to listen to this album. Because I know that he knew that he was, on his way out. And so a lot of these songs are just very hard for me to listen to.
Yeah, but maybe it's a nice way to hear the cover versions of our tribute, and then find a new way of listening to this music. This is a part of our concept that, of course, all people love the original songs, and all people should listen to the Innuendo album, which is also one of my favorite albums. So I hope that we find some Queen fans who find out about our tribute recordings, and then they say, oh, that's a nice interpretation. Let's compare it to the original sounds, and then they find out, okay, this is really Queen, and okay, this is a bigger size, of course. Don't let the other songs of this album be forgotten, because there are so many things among Show Must Go On, and maybe Innuendo, Slightly Mad. I love all of the songs of this album, and I want the people to also listen to the original recording.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I listened to both the original and your cover here in the last few days, and I got to say it's a very touching tribute, and you did a fantastic job on these.
Thank you. Yeah, it was very fun. It is always fun to work with these compositions, And of course, we do our best. Different solists, and they did a very good job. Not even to copy Freddie Mercury, which is impossible. So
Right.
they have to find their own way of interpreting the compositions.
So on this project, you use different artists and obviously different studios. And it's really hard when you do that to get a consistent sound, but you actually pulled it off rather well.
Yeah, because the mastering studio was the same for all songs. You always have the chance in the final step to turn some channels, and we worked with the artists and the studios very close together. They sent us the first demos. They sent us maybe several tracks, single tracks, and we got feedback of the pre-production. So we had the chance to work with the artists together as if they were all in one country and in one studio. Of course, it's not every time possible, but I think also we are happy with this connection we had, and the internet makes it possible nowadays.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to discuss this album track by track here, so forgive me for my poor American pronunciation of some of the artists' names here.
No problem.
But let's start with the bonus track that has Andreas Comert. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, it's okay.
And the song Robbery. How did you come across that song? Because I understand it was originally just a demo for Innuendo and never got used.
Absolutely, and this was one of the fascination of this album, that we found some demos that are not very common to the Queen community. There are a lot of fans, I think, that really don't know these songs. There are in full number. There are, I think, 5 or 6 tracks that are not very famous because they are not on the album and they are not even finished. There are some B-sides that are already released, not on the album but on the single. We worked with them. They are these are the upcoming songs. We don't released it yet, but we finished the recordings, and we have this idea of releasing every 1 or 2 months a new song to keep this project running. And so there are some songs still waiting to come. And the Robbery was our first bonus track, and we found this demo, and we put it a little bit of the rough rock and roll, like AC/DC, in the middle part to this song. And we said we need a vocalist who make this rough have this rough voice like Joe Cocker or so, someone like this. And we have this German artist who won 2 very famous TV shows, TV contests here in Germany. So this is he is a quite famous singer in Germany, and we are happy to have him in this project. Yeah.
There's been a robbery. Who's standing? Got away scot-free. What a dirty job. Rather the usual suspects, searching it high and low. Rather the usual suspects, before they strike a new blow. Robbery, robbery. Who's behind this thievery?
let's go to the actual album, or the original album itself, and the song Innuendo and Space Elevator. How'd you come across this group?
I think this was the idea of Klaus Stracke, the Berlin promoter, who was a band manager of this band, they are very, especially the guitarist is a very big Queen fan, and he was very happy that we asked him, and he said, "Yeah, I always wanted to do this song Innuendo because he can show his abilities in electric guitar in the first and in the third part, and in the middle part there is this flamenco acoustic guitar stuff." And he was very happy to show his full guitar abilities in this track. And yeah, they put a little bit Orientic style in it, so I think they go, and also they have a female voice, so I think it is quite close to the original arrangement, but a nice vibe with this female voice and this Orientic part. Yeah.
So what's it like producing? I mean, did you actually travel to these studios, or did you produce these remotely?
No. I only traveled to the studios in Germany, not the foreign studios. We had Space Elevator. They are in Great Britain, and I think we have 2 projects in Czechoslovakia, in Prague. So it is too far away to travel to all the studios, but we have a good connection, and we send the tracks back and talk about it and discuss about it, and then it took sometimes a long time from the first demo to the final production, maybe a year or so, because all the bands are on tour, all the bands are in the studio with their own material, with their own songs, and this was just a side project for them, and so they had not the focus to finish it within a few days. So, but with some songs we worked very long.
That leads me to the second song here, I'm Slightly Mad, by Daniel Maidenoff.
This is a song with a German singer who is a musical singer here in my area, close to my hometown where I live. So we had him in our studio. That was very easy. That we just had to invite him, and he said, "Yeah, okay." He have a good idea of making a dramatic, a little bit operatic, or a little bit of musical drama in this song. And the music is also quite close to the original, with a little bit other guitar voicings, but in the idea is this guitar pop rock song, and with this dramatic voice of Daniel. Yeah.
Right. Now, when I tried to look him up, I came up with a footballer. Is he also a footballer, or is this someone different?
No. This is sometimes there are, if you work with not so famous world stars, then there are also always the problems that there might be another more famous person in sports or so on. So in this case, it's not the football.
When the outside temperature rises and the meaning is oh so clear, 1001 yellow daffodils begin to dance in front of you. Oh dear. Are they trying to tell you something? You're missing that one final scoop. You're simply not in the pink, my dear. To be honest, you haven't got a clue. I'm going slightly mad. I'm going slightly mad. It finally happened. It finally happened. Oh, it finally happened. I'm slightly mad. Oh dear. I'm one card short of a full deck. I'm not quite the shilling. One wave short of a shipwreck. I'm not my usual toppling. I'm coming down with a fever. I'm really out to sea. This kettle is boiling over. I think I'm a banana tree. Oh dear. I'm going slightly mad. I'm going slightly mad. It finally happened. It finally happened. Oh, it finally happened. I'm slightly mad. Oh dear. I'm knitting with only one needle, unraveling fast is true. I'm driving only 3 wheels these days, but my dear, how about you? I'm going slightly mad. I'm going slightly mad. It finally happened. It finally happened. Oh yes, it finally happened. I'm slightly mad, just very slightly mad. And there you have it.
So what draws you to an artist and wanting to work with them?
I have a good network with musicians in Germany, and through the work with Klaus and with Helmut, found, or I get more contact with international artists. For example, some years ago, I worked with Liz Mitchell, who was the singer of Boney M, the 80s. 70s and 80s pop band, and that was a very nice connection. And yeah, through the years, I get more and more in contact with good singers, good voices, and some also good instrumentalists, guitarists, and drummers far away from Germany. I also worked with an American singer-songwriter, Anne Reburn. Some years ago, she's very famous on YouTube with her YouTube channel, some million views, and yeah, this was also a nice connection through the years with my foreign partners.
Right. How'd you come across Lydia and Frank Penne for Headlong?
I'm a big fan of the German rock group Bonfire, who is very famous in Germany and also in some foreign countries. They are active since the 80s with this classic rock style. And I met Frank some years ago, and we always wanted to do a recording together. And I think this is the first thing we really finished together.
Oh,
because
nice.
the other songs we worked on are still in the demo status and not released yet. But there are some other ideas we worked together in the past. Yeah. And the Headlong is the first one, and his wife Lydia is the singer. They also have some projects. They do a Led Zeppelin tribute show, and they do I think also AC/DC show with female voices. Quite interesting because yeah, the classic rock singers are also have sometimes have this high pitch, which is quite difficult for a man to sing, but for a woman, it's I think a little bit easier, and it's they have a good pressure in her voice, so she did Headlong a good job.
Yeah, it was a very excellent track.
and you're rushing headlong. You got a new goal, and you're rushing headlong, out of control, and you think you're so strong, but there ain't no stopping. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do, no, there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's nothing you can do about it. And you're rushing headlong, you got a new goal, and you're rushing headlong, out of control, and you think you're so strong, but there ain't no stopping, no, there's nothing you can do about it. A man with a stick in his hand. Hoop-diddy-diddy, hoop-diddy-doo. She used to be a woman with a hot dog stand. Hoop-diddy-diddy, hoop-diddy-doo. Now you've got soup in a laundry bag. Now you've got strings, you're gonna lose your rag. Getting in a fight, and it ain't so groovy when you're screaming in the night. Let me out of this cheap beat moving. And you're rushing headlong, out of control, and you think you're so strong, but there ain't no stopping, and you can't stop rocking, and there's nothing you can do about it. When a red hot man meets a white hot lady, soon the fire starts a racing, gets more than half crazy. Hoop-diddy-diddy, hoop-diddy-doo. Now they start freaking everywhere you turn. You can't stop walking 'cause your feet got burned. Ain't no time to figure wrong from right, 'cause reasons out the window, better hold on tight. Rushing headlong, headlong, out of control. You think you're so strong, there ain't no stopping. There's nothing you can do about it at all. Nothing you can do about it, yeah.
Which leads me to what this is what I talked about in the beginning. This is the hardest song for me to hear. But These Are the Days of Our Lives by Milan Divine. And that song to me, I mean, I can't watch the video. I just break down and cry because Freddie looked so bad. And, but Milan did such a fantastic song on this.
Thank you. I will tell him. He will be happy because he's also a Queen junkie, really big Queen fan. He had in the past he had a big show in the Czech Republic with Queen Unplugged songs. They did a whole show with always acoustic guitars and acoustic drums, and they had a band some years ago, and that's where I found on YouTube, and I wrote him and said, okay, we would like to produce this song together with you, and so yeah, they played this song often live, and so we have this recording, which is in the original was a live recording, and then they put a little bit more tracks on it. So it's in the final, it's a studio version, but the first vibe of this recording was a live version. Yeah.
Sometimes I get this feeling I was back in the old days, long ago, when we were kids, when we were young. Things seem so perfect, you know. Days around us were crazy when we were young. The sun was always shining, we'd slip for fun. Sometimes it seems like lately I just don't know. The rest of my life's been just a show. Those were the days of our lives. The bad things in life were so few. Those days are all gone now, but one thing is true. When I look and I find I still love you. You can't turn back the clock, you can't turn back the tide. Hey, that it's changed. I'd like to go back one more time on the roller coaster ride when life was just a game. No use is sitting and thinking of what I did, when you can lay back and enjoy it through your kids. Sometimes it seems like lately I just don't know. Better sit back and go with the flow. 'Cause these are the days of our lives. They float in the sweetness of time. These days are all gone now, but some things remain. When I look and I find no change. when I look and I find I still love you. I still love you.
So in your musical career, speaking on the theme of this song, I mean, in your career so far, what has been the most memorable experience for you?
There are always some connections with Queen production, because we have different shows we played with Queen songs. One of the thing which is on my mind when I hear, or when I talk about Queen and my connection, is one show we played with a choir, Queen plus choir, and there were 40 singers on the band on the stage, and we have a second stage where the band, which was also a bigger band than Queen, we had keyboards and 2 guitars and 2 drummers, and this was a very, very big show. I think we played 3 or 4 times with full sold out audience. And this, I think it's almost 10 years ago in the past, but I often think of it because it was such a good vibe and such an honor to play this song with these brilliant musicians on stage.
That's fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I think while recording this album, recording the original album, Freddie wanted to leave us with some positive music. And one of the songs is Don't Try So Hard by Harry Groupies, which is kind of an interesting name for a group.
They also look very, very, very cool. You have to watch their videos and their pictures because they live this 80s rock star life on stage with fire shows and with leather outfits. And they have a very talented young singer. And we produced a lot of the music in our studio in Germany and then sent it to them, and they do some additional recordings, and in the final mix is we also made in Germany, but we're very happy and very glad to work with these guys. Yeah.
If you're searching out for something, don't try so hard. If you're feeling kind of nothing, don't try so hard. When your problems seem like mountains, feel the need to find some answers, you can leave it for another day. Don't try so hard. But if you fall and take a tumble, it won't be far. If you fail, you mustn't grumble. Think you're like a star. Savor every mouthful and treasure every moment. When the songs are raging around you, stay right where you are. Ooh, don't try so hard.
Another positive song on this album is Ride the Wild Wind by Lara Lynn. Now, is this the Nashville singer?
No, she is from Prague, I think. Oh, don't let me lie. Is one of these these singers that Klaus brought to this project, and I think she is very famous. Or is it Slovakia? She is also a participant of some TV shows. A very beautiful rock lady with blonde hair and leather outfit on the videos. So I said, okay, when Klaus sent me her tracks, we said, okay, that fit perfectly to our project.
Ride a wild wind. Hey, 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 hey. Ride the wild wind. Hey, hey, hey. Gonna ride the wild wind. It ain't dangerous enough for me. Get your head down, baby. We're gonna ride tonight.
want to say I know enough about production to be dangerous, and I know one of the hardest things to do is record a string quartet.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
It was a nice experience. Yeah.
How'd you come across BPM?
They are in Germany, in Munich, and we saw that they play some tribute concerts. They have different shows. They play, for example, ABBA, and I think they played Rammstein in the past. And
wow.
so we saw that they can give these songs a rock part. So we asked them. We went to their concert and we asked them if they can, if they would take part in their project, and we did the recording. We went to their studio because they had a connection to their drummer works in a studio in Munich. It was a very famous studio in the 80s and 90s, where a lot of international artists also recorded. So it was we came in the studio, and there were all this golden and platinum recordings on the walls. And then we did the whole day recording 2 songs, Show Must Go On and All God's People. And that's what was not so easy, because they played live, and we needed to repeat again and again. But then we had this final track, which was everyone was happy with, and then we mixed it in our studio. And I think you can see it in the music videos, the recording process.
Oh, okay. So we got to come across what I think is probably one of the better vocals. I mean, they're all great vocals on this album, but one of the strongest ones is from Dan Lucas. I Can't Live With You. Man, that guy can sing.
Yeah, he is quite old. We have this format in Germany, the senior voice of Germany. I think he is plus 70, and but he is on stage for his whole life. And I just tried my luck to write him an email, and I know that he already played live some Queen tracks, but he never played this one. So I said, okay, it's a challenge, give it a try, and he did a very brilliant job, and we got this fantastic vocal track, and finished the mix also in our studio. Yeah.
I can't live with you. I can't live with you. I can't live with you. But I can't live without you. I can't let you stay. Ooh, but I can't live if you go away. I don't know just how it goes. All I know is I can't live with you. Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I'm walking a fine line between hope and despair. You may think that I don't care, but I traveled a long road to get a hold of my sorrow. Tried to catch a dream, but nothing's what it seems. Love is saying, baby, it's alright, when deep inside you're really petrified. Love has turned to hate on this escalator. I can't live with you. Yeah, but I can't live without you. I can't breathe if you stay, but I can't bear you to go away. I don't know what time it is. All I know is I can't live with you. I can't live with you. We're stuck in a bad place. We're trapped in a rat race, and we can't escape. Maybe there's been some mistake. We're trying to make a high score. We're walking through a closed door. Nobody's winning. We're just sinning against ourselves. Hold on, baby, tell me it's alright. Anger's breaking from the hurt inside. Passion screaming how to doing what we gotta do.
And something interesting about Freddie Mercury was that he loved his cats. Which brings us
Like
to
I
the
do.
song. I'm sorry?
Yeah. Like I do.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That brings us to Delilah, which he wrote about his favorite cat. And
Yeah.
you had Joe Matera do it.
He's a guy from Australia, and Klaus brought him to this project. He worked with him, and he is actually a music journalist. So he worked together with very famous rock stars like Bon Jovi, Metallica, and he I think he also wrote a music a book where he talks about this and being to the famous rock stars all over the world. He's from Australia, but I think he also has some projects in the past where he traveled all over the world with his own music, with his own bands.
Excellent.
Delilah, Delilah. Oh my, oh my, oh my, you're irresistible. You make me smile when I'm just about to cry. You bring me hope, you make me laugh, and I like it. You get away with murder, so innocent, but when you throw up moody your clothes and you bite, that's alright. Delilah, Delilah. Oh my, oh my, oh my, you're unpredictable. You make me so very happy when you cuddle up and go to sleep beside me, and then you make me slightly mad when you pee all over my Chippendale sweet. Delilah, Delilah. Wow, 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 wow. You take over my house and home. You even try to answer my telephone, Delilah. You're the apple of my eye. Meow, meow, meow. Delilah, Delilah. You make me so very happy. You give me kisses and I go out of my mind. You're so irresistible, Delilah. Ooh, yeah, Delilah, Delilah. You make me so very happy, Delilah, 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 Delilah.
Well, it's kind of a lighthearted song to begin with. So, what is one of the funniest experiences that you've had while being a performer?
Um, I can't name one special thing. There are always funny connections when you are in a venue for the first time. And we played a lot of very small venues like a Italian pizza shop or something like this. So we often play for 10 or 20 people listening. and sometimes that's very familiar, and that's very very nice, and you don't know it when you come to a strange a town where you've never been, and you don't know how big the venue is, and sometimes it's funny that you come in and you say, okay, we can't put a drum set in here because the stage is too small. And I think a lot of musicians know this thing. Yeah.
So I think one of the best guitar work on this album comes from Antares and the song Hitman.
Wow, yeah, absolutely. It's a band from Hungary. This was our first release, exactly. We don't release the songs in the same order as it's on the album. And we started with Hitman because it's such a innovative arrangement. They put so many so many things in this rough recording of Queen. If you compare it in Queen, it's a real guitar song, and they put a lot of keyboards and additional voicings, and so I was very surprised when I heard the first version of their song they sent to me, and I said, wow, that's a really a young band from Hungary. I think they will make a very good career in their future. Yeah.
Yes.
is that thing?
Hitman is gone.
Now, do you play any of the instruments on this album, or do you rely on the artists that you've chosen?
Oh, I played on several tracks and different songs, different instruments. A lot of acoustic guitars, indeed. A lot of backing vocals, and also some bass guitars or keyboard lines. But also almost additional part, because there are almost we had all these solo artists, solo instrumentalists who are much better than I play. But sometimes I had an idea, and it's easier to play it on my own quickly than to play send the song through the word.
Right. Well, speaking of guitarists, got to go to what I think is Brian May's masterpiece on Innuendo, and that is Bijou.
Mm-hmm.
And Porter McCready did, man, great guitar work on this song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a guy from Italy who is very. He had a lot of good cover versions on YouTube where I found him, and yeah, then I asked him if he could play this song, because yeah, you need to be a good guitarist, and you have also have to analyze how exactly the sounds Brian May uses in this songs, because he had such a different voicings in through all the albums from the 70s. He had always this one guitar, this Red Special, but on a rock song the guitar sounds completely different than on a ballad. So yeah, you have, as a guitarist, if if you want to sound a little bit like Brian May, you have to very go deep in the sound, yeah, in the in the technique.
Right. Yeah, no one sounds like him, that's for sure.
No. Impossible.
Destined, lucky to spend the rest of our life with each other. Rest of our days like two lovers forever. Yeah, forever.
before we close out here, the actual album ends with another song that is really hard for me to hear, and that is The Show Must Go On. And I'm actually kind of glad that there aren't vocals on this.
Yeah, there's another track of BPM from Germany, the String Girls, and yeah, they have this song. I think it's the final on their live show, and we heard them live, and so we had no no problems to ask them if they can record it for with us. And yeah, they did a good job, and I think it's quite nice to end this album with an instrumental version.
So, as the show must go on, what other projects do you have working on?
I still have ideas with Queen, of course, recording other songs, not of the Innuendo album, but maybe other material. And of course, I want to one day be again on stage with Queen songs. There are some ideas, maybe an unplugged show. I'm a big fan of these MTV unplugged shows in the 90s with Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and Queen never did it, and this was what always fascinated me to do some Queen songs, especially Queen rock songs, but on acoustic instruments. Yeah.
Oh, that would be very cool.
Mhm.
Is that something you'd like to record or just perform live?
Both is possible. Both is possible. I would try out if it's possible both ways. Yeah.
Excellent. So before we leave here, is there anything that you would like to relate to fans of Queen or this album?
Yeah, don't be too hard in discussing the if we get the vibe, the correct vibe, because everyone who listens to Queen has another feeling, another emotion, and there are a lot of people who say don't touch these songs. They are so brilliant in the way they are, and I don't want to discuss it because it's, of course, it's true, but it's so much fun to work with these good songs, and so people have to give us a chance to to try it, and I think we make our best, we give our best, and of course we don't want to compare it to the originals. Yeah.
Right. I understand this is going to be available on CD.
Yeah, until now we also had a little number of copies, and they are also already sold out. But we work together with the Queen fan club, and they will produce another edition. And it will have another artwork maybe. So I'm talking at the moment with these guys, and I think within this year we have another CD release. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. And that's going to be through the Queen fan club?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
they put it they put it in their magazine. They have a monthly magazine, and we hope that they can put it in one of the edition, and then we can then all the members of the fan shop can get a free free CD.
Excellent. Well, you had mentioned it before, and I have to admit, I was one of the ones when I was approached by Wolf on doing this. I was one of the ones that thought, man, this is like the Holy Grail to me at first. And then I listened to it, and man, you won me over. This is such a fantastic work on this.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, the artists I work with will be very happy with guys like you who tried it out and came to the conclusion. Okay, it's not that holy grail, because Freddie Mercury once said. You can do with your you can do with my music whatever you want, but don't make me boring. And this is one quote I always mentioned in this production.
Excellent. Well, like I said, you did a fantastic job on this, and I'm very proud to listen to it next to the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, at first I thought I would hate it, but I listened to it, and man, I absolutely love it. It's a great tribute to
Wow.
one of the greatest bands and the absolute best frontman ever.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah. Yeah, I thank you very much. It was a very nice talk to you. Good interview, good questions. Nice for me to talk about all these tracks from the last 2 years. We worked on these songs, and I'm very close with Helmut Wolf in this production process. And yeah, he helped me a lot. And so I can say thank you to the artists and to Helmut and to you for your good questions. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Fabian, for taking the time out to talk with me on this very special episode celebrating one of the greatest bands to have ever been, Queen. You can find the music of this tribute album to Queen's Innuendo on Spotify and all the streaming platforms out there. But I also encourage you to check out wolfentertainment.de and the catalog section, where you can find links to download these songs. Independent is the way to go, and these musicians only make money really when you download these songs. So please download at wolfentertainment.de under the catalog section. My name is Don Bown, and I'm here to remind you that music is the spice of life, so don't be so damn bland.